A warm welcome to our channel, Devakshar. Hope you're enjoying the videos. Do subscribe to our channel if you already haven't, and like and share our videos. So today we are back again with another episode of Sri Sarada Devi. We are doing from the book Holy Mother Sri Sarada Devi, written by Swami Gambhirananda ji. And how Mother, the Universal Mother, came as a guiding force in this world. So, Mother as a guiding force. The Mother visited Bodh Gaya at the end of March 1890. On that occasion, the contract between the wealth of the monastery there on one hand and on the absence of any permanent residence, the indescribable want of food and clothing, and the hard physical labor for running the monastery on part of her world renouncing sons moved very much the mother of the order. She said subsequently, "Ah, for this, how I had shed tears and prayed to the Master, and only then, through His grace, has come into existence today the mutt, that is, this monastery. When the Master left his body, the boys gave up the world and gathered together round a rented shelter for some days. Then they scattered about independently and went on roaming about here and there. Then I felt intensely sad and prayed thus to the Master. Master, you came, played and disported with these few, and then went away. And should everything end with that? If so, where was the need for coming down in the midst of so much sorrow? I have seen in Benares and Vrindavan many holy men who get their food by begging and shifting their residence from the shadow of one tree to that of another. There is no dearth of holy men of that type. I shan't be able to bear the sight of my sons who came in your name going about begging for food. My prayer is that those who leave the world in your name may never be in need of bare subsistence. They will all live together, holding to their ideas and ideals, and the people afflicted with the worries of the world will resort to them and be solaced by hearing about you. That's why you came. My heart is pained to see them wandering about." After that, Narendra, that is Swami Vivekananda, began gradually building up all this. Every sentence here reveals her infinite motherly love and solicitude for the order, her firm grasp of and conviction about the uniqueness of the Master's message and its future possibilities, and her earnestness for having a permanent habitation for her children is all shown over here. These hopes and desires were not mere ideal fancies of her mind. As long as she was on this earth, she did her utmost to see the order well established and ably managed. Love, according to her, was the life force of the order. As every member thereof looked up to her for her benign blessings, so also she wanted each of its units to be tied to others by the bond of affection, so that a solid brotherhood might emerge, defying all disruptive tendencies. The head of Koalpada Ashram expected work from the brahmacharis under him, but in return he showed neither active love for them and neither did he return anything, and no concern for their welfare either. And there was no proper arrangement for their food and clothing. The result was that many left the ashram to live with the mother or with Swami Shardananda. Still, the head did not mend his ways. On the contrary, he approached the mother in a mood of wounded justice and said, Mother, formerly they were all very obedient. Now they have their eyes opened. They are not always willing to continue under my control. Besides, if they go either to Sharat Maharaj, that is Swami Shardananda, or to yourself, you keep them with love and care, and they get advantage of better food. If you don't keep them, but explain things to them and send them back to me, then they will be obedient to me. Amazed of such a talk, Holy Mother, love incarnate as she was, said, How is that so? What's all this you are talking about? Love is our forte. It's through love that the Master's family has taken shape. And I am a mother. How could you talk to me twittingly about the food and clothing of my sons? The head of the ashram did not take adequate care of even the health of the inmates, though they suffered from malaria. When the mother came to know of all this, she had nourishing food arranged for them. She also expressed her disapproval of the authoritarianism of the head by saying, How so, my boy? If you go on exercising authority in this way, with diplomacy at the back of your mind, how can the ashram go on? Maybe the boys are all your pupils. Yet, even if one scolds one's own son, excess of it results in separation. The mother had the greatest affection for the head, and he too was profoundly devoted to her. But that was no reason why she should wink at his callousness. When the mother was at the Koalpara ashram with Radhu, the head informed the mother. One day, the brahmachari did not want to stay there, and that they had left for other places. And so the mother should take it on herself, and it should be impossible, so that it makes them impossible to live elsewhere. So what he says to the mother is that mother should make it impossible for them to find shelter anywhere else, and thus compel them to stay at Koalpara to serve the mother. This suggestion enraged her, and she said, What would you have me say to them? Do you expect me to tell them that they shall not find quarters? The master will look after them wherever they may be. And you would have me say that they shall be refused accommodation everywhere? I shall never say that. All became awed at the mother's flushed face and loud voice. The devoted head once fell at her feet and he begged for mercy. Though the mother corrected the head when the need arose, she also advised the inmates to be disciplined and forbearing. A few days earlier than the incident related above, she said to a brahmachari, Look here, everyone has to be accommodating. The master used to say, Sure, sure, sure. Forbear everything. He is there to judge. In spite of the numerous inconveniences of the corporate life, she advised the monks to live unitedly in the ashrama and such other places and work there. Swami Vishuddhananda, Shantananda, and Girijananda left home through extreme dislike for the world and walked from Calcutta to Jairambati. They, and particularly Swami Vishuddhananda, wished, with the mother's blessing, to become itinerant monks, spending the rest of their lives outside the ashrama in austerities at holy places. The mother welcomed them affectionately, heard them attentively, and fed them with tender care. Next morning, she said, "Shave your heads today and have your clothes colored with orchid. I shall sanction your sannyas, that is formal renunciation, tomorrow." Next day, July 29th, 1907, she handed over to each of them his orchid garments and prayed to the Master, "Master, protect their vows of renunciation. Wherever they may be, on hills, on mountains, in forests or wildernesses, grant them their little subsistence." But she did not at all like the idea of their iteration. And hence, on the eve of bidding farewell to them, she said, "There is no need for you to undergo such hardships. But since you have resolved to be wandering monks, I grant you this much as a last resort. You walk up to Benares. There I am writing to Tarak, that is Swami Shivananda. He will accommodate you. Live with him to build up your life of monasticism. Also take your monastic names from him." Accordingly, they started for Benares. The mother accompanied them to the border of the village and there bade adieu with tearful eyes. When they reached Benares, Swami Shivananda did as he was directed. So, the guiding force, we will leave it at this. Thank you so much for all your comments. Do like and share our videos and stay tuned to Devakshar. Watch our other videos and comment and tell us how you find our videos. Namaskar once again. Thank you so much for being with us.